Hey y'all, Chuck here with No Time to Be Sad in rainy, loud Thap Phnom, Thailand. Hey, today I want to talk to you guys about something that always gets asked on my channel is do I think that I could make it on my own, by myself, living in Thailand without Paige or the mafias or any of that? I know it's a question that gets asked a lot because people don't have maybe a Thai wife or a family or somebody that could help them with the transition of coming here and living in another country. I wouldn't think it would just be Thailand, but any country in the world will be difficult for somebody to bring their culture to and try to adapt into something that's totally different. But I also want to talk about some of the frustrations of living overseas in Thailand. I always try to be positive about everything in life. There's always another side to everything. So I try to look at something with an open mind and not just assume that this is the way it is without really understanding something, no matter what. Now, we're all human and we make assumptions when we first see something, of course. And we may say something immediately to the effect of how we initially feel about something. But after a while, we do have to try to figure out why things are the way they are. As Westerners, we always like to wrap our heads around everything, completely understand something. In Thailand, where I live, it's totally different. The guy over here across the street is playing his music and he's got a laundry service shop, so hopefully I don't have to edit too much of the copyright music out, but everybody has to have everything full blast here in Thailand. But I want to share some of the frustrations that I have as a Westerner and a foreigner living here in Thailand and not understanding everything. And I don't know why I have to try to understand everything. It's just the way that we are. But one of the frustrations about living in Thailand is that Thai people, they really don't think past the moment. And when you're trying to figure out how to do something for tomorrow, they kind of don't understand why you're worried about that. But we always, especially being retired and living over here, we care about what's going to happen in our future and you know, where we're living, the economy, all kinds of things we want to know because we have to have a sense of security, you know, in our lives. So I have learned a lot since I've been here. I've changed a lot since I've been here. I think letting go of a lot of those worries really helped me out, and just living in the moment really is the best way to live. But the things that frustrate me a lot is, you know, it's been raining here nonstop. We just had a typhoon come through here about 3 days ago. Well, it was a tropical storm, but once it hit Vietnam, the typhoon turned into a tropical storm. But we had maybe 40 to 60 mile an hour winds here, and it really tore up a lot of the town. But it took a piece of the roof off of our house. I'll take you upstairs to let you see it. Yeah. Well, we have a gaping hole in the roof. There's a little crawl space up here, and the access door is over here. But this is all like a floating ceiling, and then there's concrete beams above that you can actually crawl on. I physically can't do it. I would hate to slip and come through the ceiling. I don't think that would feel good. Even though I have insurance, I don't want to do that. But right now we have a piece of the roof missing, so it's raining directly on top of that sheetrock right there. And it's been doing it for a couple days now, but luckily it's leaking out the light sockets into the bucket. This was full of water the other day. But my initial thought was, okay, we have a gigantic hole in the roof. It's going to rain for the next couple days. Let's just get somebody over here and we'll put a tarp up to temporarily fix it until we can get the roof fixed. It's not going to happen. So the problem is not every... Paige explained it to me that a lot of people only do certain things here that they feel like they're qualified, but really all they really want to do is that particular thing, you know, that they do. But here's a deal, you know, you could get somebody out here to change the whole roof. You could pay a company, they'll come put a whole new roof on it. But if you want a maintenance guy, very difficult to find this guy. There's like one or maybe two guys in our area that can do this type of thing. And, you know, they're busy all the time. He's going to come out today only because my father-in-law has a lot of pool around here. So he's going to come out and he's going to repair it and fix it. But anyway, if you know, if you didn't have a Thai family or a Thai wife, you know, it would be impossible for you, you know. But anyway, where I come from, we have a lot of options to get it handled, and you're just limited here. So hopefully that doesn't get any worse. But I think it's going to have to be replaced because I think once it dries, it's going to be stained. So anyway, we'll see. It's still raining pretty hard. Mattress is wet. Just as we're talking about it, they showed up here to crawl up there and try to fix it. Oh, he had to come get some money to go get some parts. Don't talk lang. I see why he brought the young one to climb up like a monkey, huh? Or they're both doing it. Yeah, they're both kind of the same size. For some reason, I thought this was like a compressed board, but it's like a concrete ceramic something. I guess it's like a concrete board. It's in Thai.
Yeah, cement.
Cement board? Huh?
Yeah, cement hybrid.
Very good. The piece that actually broke up there was, they have little clear pieces so that they can see up in the attic, and the piece of and the clear one blew off. So you know, a lot of people think that coming here and owning a house, which you can't do unless you're married to a Thai woman or if you want to lease, is the way to go. But when you're trying to get somebody here to do something for you, there's not the sense of urgency that you have or what you're used to. It's not like you can call several different people to come and give you a quote or bid on the job or do it, you know. And I'm at the point now in my life where I don't feel like I'm limited to the things that I can physically do and things I want to do. But the cost of getting things done here is super cheap, but trying to get it done, it becomes frustrating. So it's so easy for a person to just live, like lease a place in a homestay or a residence or a hotel and not deal with that. And if things get so bad, you could just pick up and go to the next place. It makes life super easy, and it's a lot more economically sensible to live like that in Thailand than to try to stay in a place permanently. It doesn't work out. And I have a lot of stories I could share with you, and I have a lot of people that share their experience with me on the downside of owning something here in Thailand. But I think it's the initial culture shock, the way that Thai people do things. You know, we see things how we're used to seeing them in our own country. We're not used to seeing meat set out in the open, and we're not used to seeing people lay around all day and not be productive, and we're not used to seeing people just not care too much about things. So it becomes frustrating when you don't completely understand. But hopefully if you come here to live, that you open your mind and try to accept the way things are initially, and then try to understand the culture. And you don't have to like it, You don't have to like the fact that, you know, if you talk to Thai women, they'll tell you what they think about Thai men as well. And I think that all of them are probably not like how they're described and how I see mostly, but there's quite a few that just only do what needs to be done to the bare minimum, I guess. I don't know. It's different. The women here are definitely the backbone, and no offense to Thai men. And like I said, I don't think they're all like that. But it's only frustrating for a foreigner when you're really trying to get somebody to go out of their way to try to do something that's important for you. It becomes frustrating. So a lot of people, they try to do things themselves. And that becomes frustrating too when you're trying to get the proper thing that you need to get the job done. It becomes difficult. So let's talk about me being able to live in a country without Paige or by myself and trying to figure things out on my own here. Well, first off, I want to say that I wouldn't be here in Thailand if it wasn't for Paige. People ask me that a lot, and yes, I had no interest in coming to Thailand prior to meeting my Thai wife in the United States. I visited Thailand a few times. After those few times, I decided that this is the place I wanted to go. For many reasons, I fell in love with Thailand. I fell in love with the low-key, with the not give a crap about things type attitude that I'm also complaining about too. I really fell in love with that, and I was intrigued by that, and I wanted to come here. But I would have never come to Thailand. I would have stayed working in the United States. I would have stayed chasing the American dream. I wouldn't have came here. I mean, I knew about Thailand, and what I knew about Thailand was the same thing that everybody knows about Thailand. They know about Pattaya. They know about Bangkok. They know about Phuket, stuff like that. But if I wanted to chase women, I wouldn't have left my country to come to Thailand. There's women all over the United States. It's the same everywhere in the world. I didn't want to come on the other side of the planet just to do that. But I didn't really want to come here to live either. I had no interest in it. So could I live here on my own without Paige and the Mafias? Definitely could. It's definitely what I know today, not as bad as I would have thought prior to coming here, what I know today. So the thing is that it really helps if it's almost a necessity to have a Thai person that can sponsor you, I'll say, whether it's a girlfriend, a wife, a friend, or an agency or a law office or something like that. But if I didn't have a companion, a Thai companion or friend, I would just simply hire a law office. There's a few law offices in Thailand. I always recommend this one that's helped out many of my viewers. And again, I'll leave the link to their law office in the description box. I would just hire them. It's around $1,000 US to get like a whole package deal where they can handle everything for you for the year. And to me, that's simple. I could just walk around like the lost dog that I am today with Paige, you know, and just enjoy life. I would do that and not worry about it. Is it 100%? No. I've heard stories where the agencies have forgot to check them in, and then they had to pay the little penalty for that. But, you know, that's the price you got to pay, I guess. You really got to kind of keep up with that. You know, the 90-day check-in, you got to still kind of stay on top of them, I guess. But I would say that 90% of the people that told me they use agencies haven't had any problems with the agencies, but it could happen. So the thing about it is normally in Thailand, unless you overstay a long period of time, usually you just have a penalty. When people hear, oh, 800 baht penalty, it's just a money grab, or 1,600 baht or 2,000 baht. Well, for me, 2,000 baht is like $60, you know, and an 800 baht fee is like $20. So fees in the United States when you don't do things right, like forget to pay your taxes or forget to get a new driver's license and you get pulled over by the police, it's going to be a lot more than $60. So I don't know, the fees are really nothing here in Thailand if something really happens. But I think for me by myself, I would just really kind of float around I would try to float around. Now, when you float around, you don't have a permanent residence, so it's difficult for you to have a permanent immigration office to do your 90-day check-in, and it would make you have to go across the border every 90 days. But if you hire an agency, then you don't have to worry about that. They'll take care of that for you, and you could just move around Thailand like a gypsy. You could go to Chiang Mai when the weather's good. You could go down to Koh Chang when the weather's good. You could go down south to get some wonderful food, krabi. You can do a lot in Thailand for very little money. And if you're on a tight budget, you can get a fan room on a tropical island for about maybe $5 a night. I mean, and you can still find street food, which is awesome food. You can still live a really good life here in Thailand on a very small budget. All I hear, อะไรครับถ่ายรูปถ่ายวิดีโอครับฝนตกใช่ไม่เป็นไรไมโครโฟนนี้ ไม่ไปครับยังครับ My neighbor thinks I'm crazy talking to my... She's walking up here and I'm talking to the camera and she's thinking I was talking to her. But anyway, yeah. She asked me if I was going to go to Nakhon Phanom on my bicycle. Like, no, I think Nakhon Phanom's underwater. Anyway, what the hell was I saying? I'll have to rewind it to figure out what the hell I was saying. Yeah. But anyway, if you could still live in Thailand on a very small budget, as long as you have your agency that's taking care of all the legalities for you. I don't know. The biggest thing living in any countries is you have to follow their rules, especially the immigration rules. And if you're dealing with communist countries, sometimes things change at that particular moment. But anytime you live outside the countries, everything is always vague and you have to depend on information from other people. And usually that information is their experience. And what I have learned in Thailand is Thai people are very respectful to each other. So when people are not certain about something, we don't think we lose our temper, but to them we become argumentative and they don't want to deal with it, so they'll just tell you go away or tell you something just to make you leave, and then we become frustrated and think that the system's out to get us. But I think a lot of the problems that we have as foreigners are misunderstandings. So if like I said, really the way to go about doing things in Thailand is if you don't have a Thai spouse that has patience, and sometimes Thai women don't have patience either, or the capabilities of getting you the right information you need as well. And if you have that problem, then maybe you still need to hire an agency to take care of that. But no matter what people say, it's always what you make of it. If you're a difficult person to get along with, you're gonna have this problem anywhere you go, even in your own country. So it's always you get back what you give, always. No matter where you're at. But anyway, I love it here. I love the experience. I love that things aren't always the same. I don't like repetition. And I'm very lucky that I have a wife that takes care of all of my binder for my retirement needs. She keeps up with when I need to go do my 90 days. She does all this stuff for me now. I could do it on my own. I wouldn't need to hire somebody, but because I like to travel, I would just hire an agency to do that, so I don't have to go. I don't want to go across the border, but even doing that is no big deal. A lot of people do that, go to Myanmar, spend a couple days, or go to Laos, and it's fun for them. That's awesome if that's what they want. To me, I guess if I was single, maybe fun to do that too. We just don't overthink and always think that, I don't know, a lot of people are here and think that Thailand doesn't want them here, or everybody's out to get them. I don't even know why they would think that, to be honest with you. Most of the people that actually live here, and you can look at the comment sections through my videos, and you'll very rarely hear somebody who lives here permanently talk about their bad experience. But living here, again, is definitely not for most people. Most people cannot live here, and there's nothing wrong with that, period. There's nothing wrong with spending 3 months here and 3 months there, or just coming to Thailand on a 3-month. My son wants to come here. I'm excited about that, my youngest son. So he wants to come to Asia for about a year. So I kind of gave him kind of a plan to save up about $12,000. Come get a tourist visa for 90 days, a 60-day and a 30-day extension, 90-day. Go to Cambodia, go to Laos, go to Vietnam, go to Myanmar. Spend 2 months there, come back and just enjoy Asia and relax. And but you could do that. That would be super fun if you're at an age where you're able to do that. If you're older and you're on a small pension, I can see where people get really frustrated about restrictions and obstacles and making things difficult for them. I can see the frustration with that. And but you know, we're living in somebody else's country and they're having to deal with their own problems. And a lot of times we're not citizens here, so a lot of times the problems that they have and they make changes causes us to have to deal with those changes. But so is life. What are you going to do? Go back to your country, I guess, but you know you can't live there on the budget that you have, so you just need to learn maybe to be a little bit more flexible and understanding, and just try to figure out a way to be happy, I guess. But anyway, I just wanted to talk to you about that. You know, a lot of things frustrate me because I don't understand. I think that's the biggest part of being over here is the I don't understand and the communication problems that come along with it. And yeah, there's nothing we can do about that. It's not Thailand's fault, it's not my fault. It's just the way that it is. And as of today, right now, I really am enjoying my time here in Thailand. I'm enjoying traveling all over Thailand. I don't have any problems with immigration or all the stuff that people love to talk about. I don't even know why they're talking about it. I have no idea. Most of the people have no problems in Thailand. If I got screwed over in Thailand or by a woman, I would just move on to something better, okay? I don't know if I would just leave Thailand, you know, but you learn from your mistakes and you carry on. You do dictate your future on your mistakes and your failures, but you try to learn from them and you move forward, not keep complaining about nothing, really, so. Anyway, enough of me blah blah blah. Just wanted to answer that question. Yeah, I can make it with what I know today. I could make it now. Would I have come here without Paige before? No, I wouldn't. And I definitely wouldn't have moved to Isan. But what I know now, I would definitely live in Isan. I would not live in Bangkok. I would not live in Pattaya. I would live in Isan, or I would live on Koh Chang. Koh Chang would be a very good place to live, but no place would be permanent for me. I would move around quite a bit, but Bangkok would only be a visit for me, and Pattaya. Anyway, guys, I hope I shared some good information with you. I hope you liked the video. If you didn't, I'm sorry. If you did, please click like, subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next video. Chok di, khap khon khap, lao juk kan mai khap. Bye.